What's up? What's up? What's up, America? It's your girl bringing you some news you can use. We are live back in the studio, IntellectualRadio.com, which is the iHeart radio station, and we have a great show planned for you today. So please do me a favor and share this amazing broadcast. We're going to get some nuggets. We're going to learn some valuable lessons along the way, and I'm just super excited to be here to share this information. There's so much going on in the real world that we need some calmness, some relaxation, and this is going to be a fun and enlightening show. So today in this intellectual dialogue hour, I'm going to be sharing information, giving introspection, and providing some inspiration. Now, my goal today is not to go home with this gift card. That's one of my goals, is not to go home with this Walmart gift card. So I need someone to call in to get this gift card. I'm going to make it really easy for you. I'm going to give you a quick phrase that pays, and I'm going to need you to call the studio with the magic fingers to dial that magic number. And the super producer is going to answer on the other line, and we're going to get this gift card given out. We gave the other gift card to, congratulations to Ethel Turner. I did take a picture with her, and I'm going to post it. I forgot to post it, so I will post it. But congratulations to her on her winning the Walmart gift card for the phrase that pays. Starting in April, I think we have one more week left in this month, but starting in April, I will have the magic wheel. We'll be sitting right here, and we're going to be spinning it. And whatever color it lands on, whatever color you pick, then that's the amount of money you will go home with. That's the amount of money you will win right here on Making Waves with Miss Darci, starting the first Tuesday in April. So to qualify, you have to like Making Waves with Miss Darci page. And of course, you have to listen to the show and you have to share the broadcast. Those are the only three requirements. And then listen for the phrase that pays so that we can spin the wheel. And then you have to have, well, we had some issue with Cash App. So I'll tell you about where it's not my issue, but it's a global issue. So if you still feel comfortable using Cash App, then we can. If not, we can always use Zelle or PayPal, whatever works for you. If there's a fee, then I will cover that fee for that winner. But we're going to talk about what happened on Square with a lady that got paid. I think she got $4,000 and then $1,400, and someone took all of that from her through Square, through a Cash App rather. And so we'll talk about that. We're going to also talk about Loretta Hospital, what's going on in there. I have to give you my two tidbits or two-minute information on what happened with there and what do you think about that. And I would like for you guys to chime in and be my virtual co-host today. And let's discuss some great things today and with some great outcomes. So someone is going to go home. I refuse to go home with this Walmart gift card today. And so we're going to get started. But before we get started, today's show is sponsored by no other than Krispy Kreme. They make the most awesome donuts on the planet. And I think they do that every single day. They're very addictive. So you have to watch your figure. You know, our bodies are made in the spring. And so we have to definitely watch that. They have several locations, hopefully one near you. Let me get those locations up for you. 110 South Manhattan Road in Hillside. We also have one at 17815 South Hawser Street in Homewood, 9150 Southwestern Avenue in Evergreen Park, and then Block 37, which is at 108 North Street. And remember, every accomplishment starts with a decision to try. So if you try, you're one step closer than someone who did not try. And so my goal today is to inform, educate, entertain, and hopefully inspire. Now, I do want to tell you what we're going to talk about today. So we got some great topics. The first one we're going to talk about is how you can start in a pandemic. We're still in a pandemic and we want to be thriving and striving in a pandemic. But we're going to talk about some home-based businesses you can start in your home with no money during this pandemic. Then we're going to also talk about how you can build your entrepreneurship business while you're working a full-time job. And then last but not least, if we have time, we talked about this last week, where you should leave your business card. I gave you 10 places to leave them. If you took any of that advice and it worked for you, please give us a call here at the studio. I would love to hear from you. So today I'm going to give you 10 more places that you can leave your business card, your flyer, your brochure, and then watch what happens. If you want to voice your opinion on any of my topics today, you can call here to Intellectual Radio Studio at 708-223-8953. Again, that number is 708-223-8953. You're going to want to keep that number because that's going to be the number that you're going to call in to win cash when we spin that wheel. So that starts the first Tuesday in April, which is very, very close. These months just are going by really, really fast. If today is your birthday, I hope your special day today brings you all that your heart desires. Here's wishing you a day full of pleasant surprises. Happy birthday from Making Waves with Miss Darci and crew. If you're celebrating an anniversary or any other accomplishment, if you're having a baby, if you got good news that you're pregnant, if you got engaged, then my sincere wishes for you. Now, to go, everybody as an entrepreneur, your number one goal should be to make an income while you're making an impact in someone's life. Again, all entrepreneur goals, whether you're male, female, young, or old, your number one goal is to make an income while you're making an impact. And so we're going to go to commercial. We're going to come right back. And the first thing we're going to talk about is some businesses you can start in your home with no money. And so I'm sure you want to hear about that. And I'm ready to share that information with you. So you're tuned in to the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, which is an iHeart radio station guaranteed to feed your brain. Intellectual Radio streaming 24/7. And you can go to your phone, your tablet, your laptop. So just go to IntellectualRadio.com, which is an iHeart radio station. Back in a moment.
Hi, my name is Tim Olivia Payne. Listen to Making Waves with Miss Darci on IR and iHeart radio station, Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. We love you, Miss Darci.
Hey, this is Lenny Williams, and I enjoy listening to IntellectualRadio.com and Making Waves with Miss Darci.
Welcome back. You're tuning in to Making Waves, Miss Darci, broadcasting live right here at IntellectualRadio.com at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. So check us out and please do us a favor and join and share the broadcast. So we're going to hop into our first topic, which is what are some of the ways you can make money by starting a home-based business without any money? So if you've ever worked in a job that you didn't enjoy, then I'm sure you thought about entrepreneurship. If you worked as a nurse and you thought about being your own boss, but then you had the mindset that I need to continue to work to make incomes meet, to make, pay my bills and do this and that. So I'm just going to give you a couple of ways that you can start a business, a home based business with no money. The first one is digital side gigs. Now, I was reading yesterday where this young lady was on Fiverr, Fiverr.com. I think that's the way you spell it. And she did a lot of digital products, a lot of content. And when the pandemic happened a year ago, her income tripled. So she went from making maybe $100,000 to $387,000. She had a lot of large corporations calling her for content, creating websites, and she was able to pay cash $50,000 for her first car. And she just moved to Florida, and now her goal is to purchase her a house. So these are just some of the ways that you can make money at a young age. So go, and she's young. I forgot how old she is, but I'll share that article. I thought it was very impressive and very uplifting and encouraging. But digital side gigs are things that you can do to make money. So if you can do content for Fiverr, you can do beta testing for Fiverr, you can test websites, you can offer advice, you can answer questions. Content is really big in website. The possibilities are endless. You can do administrative work. You know, there are so many things that you can do on Fiverr. Get you an account and start. And some of the accounts that Fiverr uses as fancy hands, they hire individuals to do freelance work, to do research papers, to do appointment settings, to answer emails, to be a virtual assistant. And you can go to Fiverr and register, or go to Fancy Hands and put your information, your buy up on. They sell, Fiverr has a lot of things you can do as an individual from home. All you need is your internet, and most people have internet. You can go from four figures to 5 figures to 6 figures in a year on Fiverr if you set it up and market your business correctly. You can also check out the book, The Fiverr Masterclass, or The Fiverr Secrets of 6 Power Sellers Who Became Rich and End Up Being in Millionaire Status from Fiverr. You can also go to Inbox Dollars. They allow you to do surveys, read emails, play games, redeem coupons, search the web, shop online for individuals. That's Inbox, INBOX dollars.com. You can also visit Just Answer. Just Answer also hires independent contractors to do different side jobs. So you can go there. That's Just, Just Answer. You can also go to Swag Bucks. Swag Bucks, use Swag Bucks. Swag Bucks is a platform where you can redeem gift cards from Amazon, Target, Starbucks, PayPal, Walmart, and so on. And if you refer some people, you'll get a $5 bonus for signing them up. You can also go to user interviews. They recruit individuals. You can help people with their resumes. They do focus groups. They do surveys, website testing, and so on. They pay anywhere between $40 to $200 per study. You can also start a blog yourself for free. You can start a monetizing blog for yourself. It can get a bit tricky when you're trying to do it for free in the beginning, but there are so many websites and places you can go to learn information on free WordPress or blogger.com, and just get all the information that you need. Make sure you investigate it and do a thorough research to know the ins and outs of the pros and cons of what you're getting into. Now, so that's very lucrative. The second thing you can do starting a business from home, and my granddaughter is doing an exceptional job, is provide childcare services. She babysits on weekends, and some people that she's babysitted for a while, she got offered to babysit this past weekend. And at first she said no, but the lady upped the fee, and it was from Friday to a Saturday. And then she went to her regular part-time job. So my grandbaby has learned about being a hustler and being an entrepreneur at a very young age. Of course, she gets this from her grandma. So yes, I said that. So You can do babysitting services with the pandemic. You have to be careful, maybe going in and out of other people's houses. Maybe they can come to your house, but you can figure out all that. You can do paperwork, you can do contracts, you can babysit. You can also go to websites where there are people looking for babysitters for their children and, start a babysitting service. You can also be a nanny. You can do elder care. There's so many things. Sometimes seniors just need somebody to come and sit with them, watch TV, play checkers, play cards. So you can do that. You can also go to Facebook, Craigslist, or local bulletin boards to promote your business. They're free. You can also go on demand that's looking for caretakers. You can go to Bambino, that's Bambino. You can go to care.com. You can go Sitter City, that's Sitter, Sitter city.com. You can go to Task Rabbit. You can go to urbansitter.com. I've actually given that one to my grandbaby. You can also, things you can do dog walking. A lot of people go on vacation, need somebody to walk their dog. You can do house cleaning. That's huge. People want you to come and clean their house. You charge a fee to do that. Some people want you to wash and iron their clothes. They have laundry services. Some people want you to help them with meal prep because they're just too busy or they just don't want to prep meals, healthy meals. So meal prep is a huge thing to get into. Some people want you to babysit their pets for them or do yard work. We got spring coming up. It's going to be a lot of leaves out. Maybe you can do yard work and then, you could do the snow removal. All of this is income. So if you want to increase your income, these are things that you want to do. Now, some places where you can go to freelance job boards is Blogging Pro, Constant Contact, Copify, Craigslist, Guru, Media Bistro, Pro Blogger, or People Per Hour, Pro Finder by LinkedIn, The Work at Home Woman, Topto, Upwork, and Work Hoppers. Those are just some of the places you can go and place your information, right? They need proofreaders, bookkeepers, graphic designers. They need people to do social content, virtual assistants, editors, transcribers, and more. So check those sites out. If I get a chance, I will repost those. The next thing you could think about doing home-based business from home is free internet business opportunities. So this information I'm providing, you can put this in an ebook and sell it. Put information, website, all of the information. It could be an ebook where you could sell home-based businesses from home and charge $8.99 or $9.99 or $12.99, right? These are digital income services that you can do from home. They also have candles and home decor if you're good at decorating. If you want to get into t-shirt business, you can make t-shirts with amazing logos and tank tops and sweatshirts. Any promotional products, pins with your name and your website and your phone number on it. Hair care products, hair. People sell hair. There are so many things you can do as an entrepreneur from home, right? It's so many. I mean, the list just goes on and on. People sell CDs, they sell DVDs, they sell games, they sell toys, they sell craft. People sell Pokemon cards, Pokemon cards and Beanie Babies. Back in the day, people would collect those, and now those are worth a lot of money. You can also get you an account on Amazon or eBay or Gazelle or sellbackbooks.com or ThreadUp for clothing. These are just some of the websites you can go to if you want to meet people in person to sell stuff. You got Craigslist, Facebook, Marketplace, OfferUp, Virage with a V, not garage, but Virage sale. If you design things or you want to implement things, you can go to Absolute Art, Creative Marketing, stock photos, printables. I mean, I could sit here and just talk about this for an hour. There's so many, right? This young lady named Tracy says she earns $1,200 a month by reselling items that she purchased from Craigslist on Amazon because they were somebody's junk, but they're worth something to someone else. Melissa and her husband, they earn 6 figures flipping flea market items on eBay. So they go to the flea market on the weekend and then they get the items and then they find them and they price them and they sell them on eBay. So these are some of the things you can do at home. Just change your mindset. Just use your brain, put your thinking cap on and go to work, right? Now, what I want to go into next before I talk about the business cards and where you should leave them, let's say you're working a 9 to 5, but in your mind, you want to start your own business and you're wondering, how do I do that when I work 8 hours to 10 hours a day? Well, I have some ideas that when I was working full time and I went into creative choices, which is grant writing and coaching back in 99. So the first thing you want to do is know ahead of time what you want to do. You have to know what you're getting into and what starting a business is all about while you're working. So you do the pros and cons, you do your research again. So just starting a business by itself can be stressful if you allow it, but you don't want starting a business to consume you. So you're working a full-time job. You do have to be dedicated, determined, and disciplined, and you have to be organized. Because if you're working a 9 to 5, you have to have everything set up for yourself. And you have to be serious about your decision to start this business, right? You got to know there are going to be sacrifices you have to make, which might be mean passing up being out night with your friends, doing your hobbies, spending time with, relaxing or reading or binge watching your favorite show. All of that may have to take a second seat to you starting your business. You also want to make sure you consider the reasons to start the business and reasons not. So you want to have 2 columns and decide the pros and cons, right? So again, do your research ahead of time on the business you want to start. You want to see if there's a need for that business. You want to make sure that you're in that for the long haul, at least for the first 3 years. Know what kind of business you want to start, what services you're going to offer, and who your target audience will be, right? You want to make sure that this is easy for you, whether it be a service, a product, online content, marketing. You want to have a marketing plan because you have to know how to market to your target audience. You have to know where they hang out online and what they need from you. Running a business while working a full-time job requires a lot of planning, scheduling. If you just try to wing it, it's probably not going to work. You have to make sacrifices if you're working full-time in order to start a business, right? Everybody has their own system of how to plan on what works for them, right? For me, I wrote everything down. I like to prepare stuff and lay it all out and what I'm going to do each day at the beginning of the year. And do I need business cards? What my logo is going to be, what my mission statement is going to be. So you want to break all of these things down, right? So each week before you start, let's say you're going to start in September. Let's say you're going to start May 1st. So now you will start today with your to-do list, right? So you will schedule something every day to do in your planner or on your vision board, and you would map out what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. It's super important to make sure that to-do list is on point. You want to make sure that you are investing money in your business, because if you're not investing in your business, how can someone else invest in your business? You have to know what the startup cost is. Is it going to be a low budget because you're starting out? You might want to start blogging to get people's opinion about what you're getting ready to dive into. You want to find out how much the domain name is going to cost, or a website if you need one. Things like that. These are all low cost, but they still add up. You also might want to consider cutting costs in the beginning. You might not want to do a website. You might want to do a free blog. And then whether you're going to blog Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, whether you're going to blog Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, whether you're going to blog every single day. Because remember, either you're invisible or you're visible. So you have to decide in the beginning what it's going to be. Now, if you're going to create a physical product, then it's going to be more startup costs associated. If you're doing social media marketing or marketing platform or content, it may not be as costly. But you want to set goals, and then you want to make sure that you hold yourself accountable, or even get you a mentor or a coach so that they can also hold you accountable. Because sometimes it's easy to get caught up in day-to-day stuff, and then you look up and the time that you had set aside for it is already gone. Or you have to set aside for things that unforeseen occurrences happen. What do you do if this happens, or if your child is not feeling well, or if something happened with your car, or whatever? Anything could happen, or you might have to work overtime at your regular job. So different things happen, and you have to be able to allow for unforeseen occurrences. Remember, this is your side. It's starting out as a business side hustle. And then it's going to take time to accomplish what you want. And then once you accomplish, you have to decide whether you're going to maintain your small business because it could grow and keep your full-time job, or you're going to go from your full-time job to your part-time job if and when the finances add up, right? So you have to find your way. You have to schedule deadlines. But the main thing you want to do is make sure you hold yourself accountable. And then time management was always a problem for me. You have to learn how to manage your time wisely. And this is the first year where I can say I'm at 80%. Before I was like at 40 and 50 and still struggling. But this year has become full circle for me when it comes to time management. Because if you're working full time, that means you're working 40 hours every week. And you have to decide if you have time to devote an hour or hour and a half when you get home, whether it's evenings or weekends, for your business. You have to make time for your business. There's no such thing as the right time or the perfect time. You have to create that. And you have to have a system in place that works for you, whether it's preparing your meals, doing your laundry, having your house clean, whatever you have to do to make it work for your schedule. For me, I did 2 days a week, and then I worked myself up to 3 days. Then you have to have a content strategy. So if you're going to blog for the first 2 or 3 years, you had to have content. When I first started, I didn't even have content. I just kind of winged it, and you don't want to wing it. You have to have content. Even for my radio show, I think I might have winged it one time, and I was scared out of my mind. You guys probably didn't know, but I did. And I don't want to go through that. Who wants to go through pressure? So you want to make sure you outline what you're going to do ahead of time, right? You also might want to get an email list. That was crucial for my growth of my business back in the day, is my email list. Everything came through my email list. And then I had a lead magnet. So you might want to get a funnel. The funnel works. It's amazing, right? I would have 2,000 people sign up, 500 people sign up, and anything that was going on, any new alerts, any new announcements, any new programs, any new services will always go through my email. And I paid the extra so that I can know if they read it, if they opened it up, or they just sent it to junk mail. So all of this is important if you're selling a product, if you're selling a service, if you're blogging, whatever it is that you're doing. You want to be able to track the numbers and track what's working and what's not working. You have to be consistent in what you're doing, no matter what it is. If you want to lose weight, you have to be consistent. If you're going to work out, you have to be consistent. Whatever it is that you're doing, you have to be consistent. People will follow you and allow time for you if you're consistent. If you're not consistent, then they will find somebody else to occupy that time frame. And I've learned that the hard way. You want to figure out what days you want to post on social media. We talked about that last week. You want to schedule your blogging if you're going to do blogging, if you're going to have a website, if you're going to market, where you're going to market, who your target audience is, where they're going to be, so that you can make sure you're marketing at those places or those locations. All of this stuff requires dedication, determination, and discipline. And you have to be on some type of schedule, right? You can't get off balance because everything gets out of whack. So you're starting your business should be your second priority next to your family and your main job. You have to prioritize your time so that your biggest priorities are getting the most time and attention. It may mean fewer nights out with friends, which a lot of people are not going anywhere anyway right now. Watching favorite shows that may have to be put to the side. You know, you have to clean your house because you can't work in chaos. At least I know I can't. And then everything has to be arranged. Now, the thing that I love best is this next one: network. I used to be the queen of network. I would go to all kind of networking events, get there early, hand out my business card, greet everybody with a smile, a goodie bag, and so on. Well, since the pandemic, now you have to do these things online, right? Because now you have to step out of your comfort zone and do something different. But the main thing you want to do is form or create relationships. You can create relationships with other online bloggers, with other business owners, people who are just starting their business, people who are working full-time and starting a business. They can share information that's working for them or that's not working for them. And you all could kind of, trade stories, right? Success stories. You can go on Facebook and find individuals like entrepreneurs, join groups that are entrepreneurship related and share information or learn from them. You can also take an online class. Score was my go-to. They have all kind of webinars you can listen to and be a part of and learn. And you can ask any question you want. There's no such thing as a dumb question. So one of my biggest pieces of advice, if you want to be an aspiring business owner or entrepreneur, no matter how experienced you are, you have to be willing to invest in yourself. Everything is not going to be free. You have to learn to invest in your business for it to grow. I've always had a coach or I've always had a mentor. So you have to make sure that you have that or someone that you can shadow that will give you constructive criticism. And remember that starting a business takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take an insane amount of work, dedication, determination, and discipline. So now when I come back, I'm going to take a break. We're going to come back and I'm going to give you things that you should be doing weekly to grow your business, or if you're starting a business, or if you already have a business. And then I'm going to share you the 10 places you should be placing your business card, your brochure, or your flyer. You're tuned in to Making Waves with Miss Darci on IntellectualRadio.com, where we're definitely feeding your brain in this intellectual dialogue hour. And before we go to break, I have this Walmart gift card that's looking for a new home. So I'm going to give you the phrase that pays. And I'm going to give you something that we're just talking about. I'm just going to throw something out there. So the phrase that pays, let's make it real easy. It will be, let's see, I want to make it really easy for you guys. Let's see. Oh, my goal is to inform, educate, entertain, and inspire. My goal is to inform, educate, entertain, and inspire. That is the phrase that pays to win this Walmart gift card. The number you need to call is 708 223 8953. 708 223 8953. Back in a moment. Making Waves with Miss Darci on IntellectualRadio.com. That was a quick break. I just got so much to talk about, this gift of gab. Woo! Sometimes you just don't know what to do with it. I'm serious, people. I'm serious. Now, if I was a fly on the wall, I know Elliot would be like, "Oh, I know what to tell her to do with it. Take a pause for the cause and just relax and just chill out." I know that's what he would say. But now, hopefully, someone will call in for the phrase that pays, because I don't want to go home with this gift card, and I know someone could use the gift card. So hopefully, someone will call in, for that gift card, because every little bit helps. So the first thing I want to go into is ways you can grow your business. And I'm sharing this information with you. So please share the broadcast, because somebody can benefit from this. I know I did, and I continue to benefit. So goal setting is really hard for entrepreneurs with all the things that are going on. But you have to find ways to show results that you're trying to achieve these goals to take your business to the next level, weekly, daily, or hourly if possible. And you might want to say why weekly and why not monthly or quarterly. And to be honest with you, you want to have a pattern of growth. So you don't want to be all bent out of shape trying to reach a quarterly goal when you haven't did a weekly or daily goal. So it leaves a gap. And so that's what I'm working on to improve or to increase. Some people might say, oh, that's not hard. I can do that. I can do that. But it still requires work, right? You have to get the right product or service or the right niche for your client. The key is not to stop doing once you open the door. So if you figure out what works, you don't want to stop doing it. You want to keep increasing it, right? So let's say you want to do prospecting. You want to connect with new clients because you don't just want one customer. You want repeat customers, right? So you have to figure out, what should I be doing to find out what this customer needs so that they can come to me for everything they need. So let's say they might need social media content. So you get them social media content. You don't know if they have a website. You don't know if they need a logo, if they need a mission statement, if they need to become a 501c3. They need grant money, they need funding, whatever. So you might want to do a questionnaire to see what the people that are your customers, and they were only your customer one time, what other services you offer or what other services they need. So now you can be their one-stop shop, right? There are a lot of amazing systems out here that will help us do whatever we need to do on whatever level we want to do. We want to keep our relationships warm with our existing customers. We want to implement things that help them. Refer someone, get $10 off. Refer someone, get $25 off. Send me 3 people and your next service is 50% off. Things like that. And then they'll be more inclined to share even more with potential customers, with their friends, with their family members, with their coworkers. Remember, the sky is not the limit. So we want to find conducive ways to step out of our comfort zone, to do things that we wouldn't normally do in a pandemic so that we can continue to strive, because a lot of businesses are suffering because they're used to the norm and they're not willing to step out of that comfort zone. Then you want to engage with people or potential customers on social media. If you're in a social media group, you want to engage comments. They may have a question or a comment, and you can share yay or nay and what you think about it, or what you like about it, or what you don't like about it. These are ways that people can hear your opinion and you can give yours and they can give theirs, where you're not just on social media posting about your business all the time and never sharing any input about other people in that group. You might also want to do a referral list building. That's something I'm working on this week to implement to start April 1st. It's a referral list business. I like the way a couple of people are doing it. Even my mentor has a unique way of doing it, and she's working with an affiliate. I'm not necessarily ready to work with an affiliate, but I created a nice little package, and I'm going to put it out. I'm going to send it out via email and see how that goes for 1 week. And then the next week, I'm going to put it out in different social media platforms and then see how that works, right? We have some amazing guests coming up for the month of April, and I'm super excited. You're going to love what they have to say. So just please stay tuned in and please continue to share the broadcast. Every business owner, including myself, want to see our businesses thrive and grow, right? We want to see happy customers. We want to see huge email lists. We want to see people who are engaged followers. And then we want to be compensated for all of our hard work, right? And so to do that, we have to make sure our business foundation is something that our customers, existing customers, potential customers cannot live without. And we have to be approachable to them. So I'm going to share with you a business model. The first thing you want to do is follow a purpose. So defining why you have your business, why your business is important to consumers, why potential and existing customers need your business, they need your services. How and why you can fulfill the needs of potential or existing customers or clients, why you can help them in such a unique way where they don't have to go anywhere else. Digital goods are very doable. So you want to make sure that your purpose is not to sell, but to help individuals increase their income by coming to you and using your services. right? So put everything on paper, because for me, out of sight, out of mind. The next thing you want to do is plan, plan, plan. Now, we love to create, but we don't like to plan. But we want to plan so that at the end of the day, we know how much money we want to make. We want to make it in a week. We want to make it in an hour. We want to make it in 8 hours, in 30 days, in 2 weeks, in 10 days. If you have a product, I did this in January. I didn't do it in February. Did I do it in February? I can't remember. But in January, I put stickers on the bathroom, on the mirror, in the kitchen, on the refrigerator, in my bedroom, on the mirror, and it was one other place I put it. Oh, in my office, on the bulletin board. And so I put how many new customers I wanted for Grant Writer. I put how many new sponsors I wanted for my radio show, and I put how many new customers I wanted for D Flat Tommy Water. Each one of them had a different goal, and I had to market it different because they were different products and services. And out of those four, I reached my goal out of two, and I was halfway on the third one. So that's an accomplishment. I decided to do it. I watched how someone else did it. And then I did mine just a little bit different because my services were different than theirs. But I wanted my services to be unique and stand out. So I did not do it for March. I think I did it in January and February. I didn't do anything in March. So I'm back on the bandwagon April 1st, and I'm implementing the strategy plan to do it. Stay tuned. I would like for you all to be a part of my strategy plan. I'm going to show you how it will not only benefit and help me, but it also help you in your business moving forward. So stay tuned for that. The next thing that I think everybody should do is automate as much of your business as you can. Autopilot is the top secret for me for successful entrepreneurs. So if you send out an email campaign and you earn $3,000 in a weekend just by hitting a button, that's amazing, right? If you do 4 emails for a whole month in a single afternoon, that's amazing. There are so many resources that you can use to automate or to automatize. And I love to be able to put things on autopilot, which is a system that will get you hundreds of subscribers, generate revenue for your bottom line, which frees up time for you to do other things. So I've been challenged to do this by my mentor and 2 other entrepreneurs who are really successful in it. So mine is going to start April 1st through April 30th. And then I have one that's going to go from April 1st to April 14th. Then I have a 7-day, I have a 14-day, I have a 21-day, and I have a 30-day. So get ready for the ride. Buckle up, because we getting ready to do this thing, and I want you all to be a part of it and see what it does for your business, your product, your service, or your brand. So it is going to take work, but I think it will pay off in the long run from all of us. And I think that you won't lose anything, but you'll gain a lot. So I'm willing to do this. It's a high stake, but it starts April 1st. And I'm claiming that I'm going to do the 7-day, the 14-day, the 21-day, and the 30. And so I'm going to share this with you guys. I'm going to create groups for it. And I would like for you all to join the group and be a part of this journey. And I think once we do it together, then you'll be able to implement it for yourself in the future for your product, service, or brand. But the 7-day, we will all be doing it, those who want to. And then we'll talk about it in the group, the pros and cons. Did it work for you? How did you like it? And things like that. I couldn't imagine having a business that I could not give back. And I think my business would not be where it is if I didn't do that. But I think this is going to take it to a whole nother level. And I want you to join with me. And then last but not least, you make sure that you self-care for yourself. Whatever stage your brand, your company, your business, your music is, make sure that you take care of you. Self-care is extremely important. I was reading an article, and I got it through a link of Serena Williams. She was talking about how much sleep an individual should have. And it brings them more happiness. They're more alert. Their mindset is different. They get more accomplished by getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So I'm reading that book now, and I've seen so many other individuals, actors who are saying that this book is phenomenal. They took what they could out of it and used it for themselves. So I'm reading it. Great book. And I have to get the exact name and the author for you guys. Any of you all would like to read it. Real people want to engage with real people. They want to know the person behind the product. They want to know the mistakes that we make, the good days and the bad days, the struggles, how human you are, and things like that. And so that may be through writing about it on social media, your content, or doing little short videos just talking about what you're doing, And so I've made videos of me packaging the water, making the water, putting the water in my car, putting it in bottles, putting the labels on, making tea cakes, making the circles, putting them in the oven, homemade ice cream. All of these things I want to share with you all on my journey. And so I'm excited. So that's all I have for today. I forgot to share, I got to share 10 things or places you can put your product, service, your business card, brochure, or whatever. So these are game changers for you and me. So let's join this bandwagon. Let's buckle up and do this ride together. April 1st, stay tuned for the announcement. Please join that special group and be a part of the challenge and participate in the challenge. And not be on the sidelines and watch what happens. Step out of your comfort zone with me and let's do this thing together in 2021, right? It's time to make boss moves, as they say. So before I close, here are 10 other places you can put your business card, your brochure, your postcard, anything that you have that talks about who you are, what you do. You can put them at a bar or a restaurant. You can hand them out. Say this may be something you may or may not be interested in. This is something that you can benefit. Could you please share this with a friend or a family member? Whatever you want to do, make it short and simple and sweet. If you ride the train or the subway to work, you can take 5 and hand them out going, 5 going, 5 coming home. If you're at a bus stop, you can hand out 5 going where you're going and 5 when you return. Hotel rooms. If you're in a hotel, they have the workout room, the area where you have drinks, the area where they have snacks. They may have a coffee shop. They may have a souvenir shop. All of those places you can leave your business card. Bulletin boards, Starbucks, Panera Bread. A lot of these small coffee shops have free bulletin boards. You can put your information there. Libraries. I used to go to 4 or 5 libraries in my community and put my flyer, business card, or brochure up, especially if I was having an event or if I have a new product alert. You can go to different libraries. I know all libraries are not open right now because of the pandemic, but find out which ones are. A bookshop or a bookstore, they have a bulletin board. If you're taking a taxi or Uber in the car, you can leave your business card on the seat, right? So I think if you go to college and you're at a college campus, they have their own bulletin board. If you're at a bank or a business center or at a chamber, grocery store, these are places you can put your business card or hand them out. So now I gave you 10 last week. I gave you 10 today, and I have 10 more to close out the month of March. So I'll give that to you next week. I wanted to leave you guys with this quote. And I thought it was very uplifting and encouraging, especially during this time. And I'm not sure if you all have gotten your vaccine. If you have not, do you plan on getting it? What are your pros and cons? I had said I would never get it. I'm still a little skeptical, but now I'm thinking that it may be best for me to give it because I think they're going to eventually make it mandatory, especially if you want to travel. So the best business advice: start now, start today, start where you are. There is no perfect time. Start with fear because you're going to be afraid. It's something you're doing that's new. Start with doubt. because you're not going to know how to figure everything out, but it'll work. Start with your hands. It may be shaking because you're thinking about it. Your voice may be trembling. Just start. Start and don't stop. Start where you are with what you have, but just start today. That's all I want to say. Just start. If you want to write a book, if you want to start a podcast, whatever it is that you want to do, just start. None of us are perfect, but as long as we recognize and identify who we are, where we are, what we need to improve on our lives, because we're not perfect, and just strive to be the best you can be, because everybody else is already taken, and watch the success follow. But you have to be transparent. You have to be visible, and you have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. And I know that's easier said than done, but I believe that you and me, we can do this thing together, right? So that's all I have. Thank you very much for tuning in to Making Waves with Miss Darci. You guys are sending me home with this Walmart gift card, but I'm coming back next week. Somebody gonna get this gift card. If I got to go outside in this building and hand it to someone in the building and say, you are the winner of this Walmart gift card. But until next time, please watch your surroundings. Be safe. There's a lot of violence going on around, the shooting that happened in Colorado. It's just so many things that are happening. If you plan on getting a vaccine, get it. Don't let no one make that decision for you. That's a personal decision. If you want to get it, that's a personal decision. But until you make that decision, or even when you make that decision, still wear your mask when you're out and about around people. Please wear your mask. Please wash your hands as many times of the day as necessary. Try your best to eat healthy. Drink enough water, as much water as you can. And I have my flat tummy water in my bag. I'm not going to pull it out. Go to my website, dflattummywater.com. My blog for D Glam Delights, which is homemade ice cream and tea cakes, will be available April 1st. And that's all I have for today. That's all I have. Just be careful, people. Watch your surroundings and do a random act of kindness between now and this weekend. In closing, build your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build theirs, and that would be me. And I'm out. Have $1 million day. And thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.